Jada
Pinkett
Singh was hilarious.
They said her podcast is called Red Dot Table Talk. Literally, we discuss everything on the pod.
Did she talk about sucking?
No.
She never said that. There was never a video about that.
She said that Akaash's balls smell like a homeless person.
Damn.
What
All
Brilliant
I
Idiots
want to
is about.
say is simply this:
keep your wife off the internet.
I will not hold you guys, all right? I had a moment of silence this weekend when it became clear that the Akaash Singh situation and our dissection of it might be coming to an end. But alas, the content gods have spoken, and they have continued to deliver, all right? Now, this comes right after that disappointing fake intervention that we got up on the Flagrant podcast, where they invited not only Akaash to the conversation to laugh at him, but also his treacherous wife. Well, since then, we have Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schulz taking to their own podcast to be a little bit more truthful, actually a lot more truthful. Now, this also comes off of the back of your good old boy, MTR, receiving public feedback, public criticism from DJ academics, who is beginning to not like commentators that I guess haven't suffered public L's, right? Like online L's. And we had a fantastic conversation in regards to, as a man, thinking strategically about how to reduce your risk, about risk mitigation. So I want to see what these two think of it. By the way, they got a picture of Akaash almost crying in the background of their set. I think that's a photo that's taken from that podcast that got ratioed to hell. Nevertheless, Charlamagne the God comes in swinging and rips right into Akaash, and Andrew Schulz continues to cape in his best attempt to salvage Akaash's reputation. So y'all already know we got to break this down clip by clip. So let's get active. Without further ado,
I don't like what they've been doing to Akaash the past few weeks, man.
Yo, free Akaash, man. Free Akaash. Free Akaash.
I haven't seen the new episode of Flagrant, man. Did it go well?
You gotta watch it, man. We had him and Jocelyn. Well, am I ruining it? Everybody already knows by now. Yeah, just watch it. I
just don't like it because it's such a sensitive subject. That's his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They public.
Well, can I say what I want to say?
Of course. This is what Brilliant Idiots is about.
All I want to say is simply this:
keep your wife off the internet.
Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
Yes.
Okay? There can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road, and I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face because you going to fuck around and ruin us. All right? Not just you.
Go watch the episode.
Yes.
I agree with Charlamagne, and I'm sure most of my audience agrees with him. But I don't agree with him for the reason that he's stating this. He's stating this because she's an embarrassing demon serpent witch crash out that just gets off on emasculating Akaash. I would say this because as someone who is, whether or not you're in reality, you're a public figure, or you're on the internet, your job as a man is to protect your woman. But there is no protection when it comes to the internet, and you have to have the toughest of skins. And being a tough-skinned young lady is not an inherently feminine characteristic or trait. But the crazy thing is that if he didn't come to the internet, he was still suffering in silence. And although he's been going through his public humiliation tour on account of his wife, I think this feeling would not be as bad as the suffering in silence up into her taking half his shit in about 8 or 9 years from now. Regardless of them currently staying together, I don't think Akaash is stupid. He was just a simp. And I think he's going to start moving a lot differently privately.
We had a great talk with Akaash and Jocelyn, and it was awesome, and it was very funny.
Because I don't want to have to explain, because that's my wife. I'm going to always have my wife's back.
Yes, as you should.
And but guess what?
And so much of this shit was bullshit. And then there are things that she said.
Tell me what was bullshit.
She was a virgin. She was never a whore.
That video of her talking about sleeping with a bunch of men was not real?
She never said she slept with it. She said I was popping my pussy at frat parties, and she's a sheltered Indian girl who thought that meant dancing. And then the rest of us were like, what the fuck did you really mean by that? So we had that conversation. But like all like her being a whore completely out of context. Like,
Well, didn't she talk about?
Right.
say it. We discussed everything on the
so
pod.
Didn't she talk about sucking?
No.
She never said that. There was never a video about that.
She said that Akaash's balls smell like a homeless person.
Damn. Not Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
They call her chicken curry.
God damn.
Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now. What they didn't talk about on the podcast, and they didn't bring this up on purpose, is her telling stories of letting men go down on her while currently on a period, and how a man isn't a man unless he wants to do that. She's 30 years old, by the way, with the mindset of a sexual adolescent. These girls will do everything else besides deep penetration and still claim virginity. How are you a virgin that's orgasm? Please tell me that. By the way, how disgusting of a person do you have to be for that to be a thought? As if I want my lips to taste like pennies in order to please you. Absurd.
Why would she say that?
That's a good point. So we had those conversations.
What the?
So watch the episode.
My brothers.
Clears up a lot of shit.
No,
My
it didn't.
brothers.
And also she just acknowledges like, yo, that was stupid. Like I shouldn't be fucking sharing that. I can see why the audience thought it was this thing. Like there was a lot of
Well, delete
good
it.
stuff.
Delete the podcast.
Delete ours?
No more influencing. No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, we're working on it.
No influencing.
Yeah.
I don't want you don't let your wife be influencers. Don't let your wife be podcasters, man.
Well, it's not about letting.
No.
Let.
No.
Let.
No.
Let.
Who's that,
No.
Sim?
Let.
No. There's certain things we can't do
Yeah.
Dog.
because we know that it's detrimental to our situation.
You should just encourage your wife not to.
No, it ain't no encourage. No. We gotta stop
Rules.
that.
We got a male
some things,
feminist on the panel.
Some things when they're detrimental to us, no. Can she
Say no.
encourage you not to cheat?
They do that.
No. She tells you don't cheat.
How well did that work?
Very well. It made me stop.
Maybe if she was encouraging
Took
you,
some
it'll work.
Took years to set, right?
Hey, man.
You don't think your wife was like, get these microphones away from the radio host.
My-
This motherfucker out here destroying our marriage.
But no, that's true. But all of that is true.
You were the Jesseline Singh
yes,
of your own household.
all of that is true. I'm in the fucking radio station putting on an axe, sniffing seats, wilding the fuck out. Yes, embarrassing myself and embarrassing my fucking wife.
point.
Yo, I'm glad
Yes.
I'm glad we could have this intervention
Absolutely.
here too, bro. That's what we're doing
It's
this week.
true. So yes.
It's Christmas spirit.
So I'm saying all of that to say, women, learn from my mistakes. Stay the fuck off these podcasts. Don't be on these motherfucking podcasts. Don't be an influencer, okay?
I know she wouldn't do it, but suppose your wife said to you, listen, me and my friends, we
No.
have these great conversations
Fuck no.
together.
Black
Absolutely
Effect. I want to be on Black
I want to be
Effect.
Black
No.
Effect.
I want to write a book.
I want you to champion black
Absolutely
female
not.
voices. Put me on Black
Now, hold on,
Effect.
a book I wouldn't mind. If it's a book about
Because you can edit.
Edit it. Yeah.
Read it beforehand, yeah.
Hold on, we taking that part. You're not gonna just call me a regular eater.
You know why I like books? You know, I want to be a worldwide eater. You know, you put WW. All right, but no, see that's different because books are well thought out. You know what I'm saying? You're actually
Yes.
sitting down,
Yes.
you're fleshing out ideas, you have a concept, you have a topic,
Yes.
you have an agenda that you're actually pushing
Yes.
through this book.
Yeah.
Like a book can actually help somebody, especially if you're sharing your real life experiences, you know what I mean? But just getting on a podcast, trying to make jokes and I'm the comedian?
Yes. It's crazy.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah. You sure made him laugh.
Crazy.
You made him laugh the last few weeks. You gave the internet hella content.
A lot of content and a lot of money, baby. I see content creators eating from every niche known to mankind. I bet you that this content alone, if you were to add up all content creators who have generated money from this, I bet you it's in the tune of tens of millions of dollars. But I appreciate Charlamagne not only acknowledging his learnings in being a public figure, but also standing on business when he says, do not let, because not letting defines boundaries. He built his career without her. And to think that he gave her a mic knowing that she's not funny whatsoever, infringing on his career, is insane to me. His name, his piece, his legacy, all out the window. All because he didn't enforce clear rules and clear boundaries. Meanwhile, those boundaries would have protected not only him, but her as well.
No, man. No.
What was your favorite name?
Jada Pinkett Singh.
Jada Pinkett Singh. That is phenomenal. Whoever came up with that shit, this is just...
Jada
Pinkett
Singh was fucking hilarious.
They said her podcast is called Red Dot Table Talk.
Red Dot Table Talk is fucking hilarious. By the way, man, there's another thing before we go to commercial, man. Man, these racist jokes be so good. When they be rooted in racist stereotypes.
No.
Like, come on, man. You gotta laugh at some of this shit.
We asked her, was like, was any of this shit funny? She was like, nah, Red Dot Table Talk was hilarious.
Jada Pinkett Singh,
is
the host
fantastic.
of Red Dot Table Talk.
That's fantastic.
Man, get that man a fucking raise, yo.
Yeah.
Get a drummer some, Alex. You know what? Seriously, that shit was. There was another one. What was the other one?
Akaash 22 made me laugh.
Oh, Adam 22.
Akaash 22 is hilarious.
Adam 22 sent me a picture of Akaash's face put onto Adam. I gotta get this. But yeah, they were cooking, bro.
Somebody
sent
another one. They was like, just because you look like what's the dude from The Simpsons?
Apu.
Just because you look like Apu,
yeah.
Don't be a simp, son.
Oh, there was a song. No. There was a song that was done, and then somebody said like that we took down the song, which is absolutely bullshit. We've never done that ever. But like, and one of the bars was,
God, look at this shit.
One of the bars was, just because you want to be Apu doesn't mean you have to be a simp, son.
Damn,
that's a
hard.
bar.
Damn.
I think the guy's name is Crack Amico. Yes, Crack Amico.
Oh, yeah, he makes a bunch of...
Yeah, he does a lot of like roasty rap songs in the...
Do we want to?
No, I don't know if we're going to play... Sorry, Crack. I don't think we're going to play the whole thing right here. No, they want to watch it so bad, though.
I reacted to a snippet before, but let's review the whole song.
A lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I'm turning from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up?
I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
You know it's hard out here for a simp when you're trying to give your honey every sip. With all the favorite podcasts, money spent. We let them bros talking shit on Fresh and Fit. You know it's hard out here for a G when you find out that you're woman for the street.
Damn.
Is it really worth the bombs and machine? You getting scum blooded, please do not redeem. In my eyes, I done seen some crazy things from these cheats. Guess the marriage didn't go how they arranged it to be. Say his name, I regains, put you in a headlock. Motherfucker turned a red pill into a red dot. Headshot.
Damn.
Scott, never seen this type of whipping. Got you tripping, gave her 2 rings like a gymnast. Now she flipping, caught you slipping. Need to stop the ticky-tocking. Clock is ticking to that. Drop a phone, hit the kitchen, do the dishes. Drop the special full of some hack bits. Ironically named it gaslit. That's some sad shit. Need to head back to the gas pump where your dad is.
Damn.
Go keep your hands strong and drop the black scent. Fuck that shit, I hope you rise and turn to a savage. No one buying them Birkin bags when they come with baggage. You was trying to hone your craft, she was with them frat kids. They was busting out the back while they playing Madden. Man, I ain't trying to make you mad, I hate that this happened. Time to take off on your carpet, gotta drop the jasmine. That's what happens when you go 30 years of life and never get none. Looking like a poo don't mean you need to be a simp, son.
Now, the best joke of the whole entire, was when I saw somebody said Akaash is like Will Smith on a magic carpet. When I saw that one, I said, oh, the internet would just remain undefeated until the end of time, baby.
Please keep your cash free. On the other side, the grass green with no jazz lean. Need to wake up from this bad dream. She only love you for guess it must be all the bundles of cash to make a sing. You're a king, you just need a real queen for the throne. Independent brown baller and your money is your own. She ain't working, cooking, cleaning, don't contribute to your home. All she do is take away from what you grown. I say brown boy,
This is the
selling
best part.
quick, got bitch, wanna check, leash tight, no slack. Time to take that put back, go and seize on that bitch. Her soul rotten, can't
That's
spray
the
no
best part right
Febreze
there.
on that
Hey.
shit. Gotta up and leave, what the fuck you mean? Don't need no dominance, at least remove her internet. She lacking basic intellect. You hate her, but you love her when you get her right. She slipping left and right when you give lip. She got you missing pecs and kissing next. She giving sex, stop giving checks. Someone she'll be giving next, and that's on God on repeat. But you flagrant, young and rich, there's lots of queens for you to meet. That won't play you like a fool, even make you something to eat. Full transition from the sipping to the top G. Because it's hard out here for
All right.
a sin. When you're trying to give your honey every cent. With all the flagrant podcast money spent. We'll let them bros talking shit on Fresh and Fit. You know it's hard out here for a G. When you find out that you're woman for the streets. Is it really worth the bobs and machine? You getting scam blooded, please do not redeem.
Oh gosh.
Nah, I don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's hard for me to watch people I know go through this kind of shit, yo.
Yeah, it's
even though I know
horrible.
it comes with the territory,
Yeah.
it's just like, no.
this was the whole internet, and it was fucking them. And it's
I mean,
your
it's cool. I
married.
mean, I get listen,
Yeah.
it comes with the territory. I get it. I don't like to see it. You know
No,
what
it's
I mean?
horrible.
Especially when I can't get no jokes in. You know what I mean? Like at least,
Yo, this motherfucker, bro. Yo, you are evil.
So everybody gonna have fun with us.
everybody can have fun with
Everybody
us.
gonna have fun with us. That's what's gonna happen. I see how it is. Yeah.
I'm texting y'all like, yo, Akaash good, yo. Akaash good, yo.
I had a lot of people reach out and
Yes.
that's how I knew it was getting fucked up when like people that are not connected to this at all were messaging me, yo, is Akaash okay?
Bruh. This is the first Thanksgiving I had that didn't end in an argument because 3 hours was just talking about that whole situation.
Really?
Yeah. Cause it was it's just like the situation got its own like reality. And then once it takes its own reality,
You know how when you realize
off
it's
to the
dumb,
races.
you realize it's dumb when you're sitting around trying to explain it to somebody else. Because even at the panel today, you got all of these distinguished journalists. Who just know they've been hearing something. So they're like,
these are the most refined journalists in America all sitting around. And I'm just like, all right, so here's what actually happened. And we just, the editor of the New Yorker.
Wait, that came up at the panel?
Before the panel.
Damn.
and I'm listening to this show talk, so I'm like, oh, so wait, she wasn't talking about sleeping with other guys?
Exactly.
And Andrew was like, no, she just is saying she popped that pussy. And Stephanie goes, pop that pussy. Stephanie goes, I don't think, pop that pussy. Like, I don't think that's something I should say.
It's like you see why things start to like get their own reality because the shit happens with us every single fucking week, right? So, but it is, you do really feel for somebody when it's their wife. I know they put their relationship out there and that's fucking dumb. Don't do that.
Right.
But
And I respect that he addressed it. You know what I'm saying?
oh hell, we're always
I-
gonna address it.
Listen, I don't give a f. Stephen A. Smith, when I was on the panel with Stephen A. Smith this week, man, it was funny because Stephen A. Smith said, he's on every day. He's on every day for First Take. He's on his podcast every day, but he doesn't address, everything that people say about him. And I'm like, bullshit. I listen to
Man,
it,
Stephen,
right?
come on.
But here's the point. He was like, I addressed about 2% of what people actually say about me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I only address it when it benefits me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's right, and it's true.
Yeah.
Think about it. Schulz, if we addressed 100%.
No, we never have a podcast.
If we addressed 100% of what people say about us,
But we all only address 2%.
I barely address that. I'm like Stephen A. I address it when I think it's beneficial for me. Beneficial for me to
Or
address.
when it's so big you can't ignore it. Like this is one of those things where it was just so big you can't ignore it. Like us just pretending to have a podcast talking about like, oh, the boats in Venezuela. Like we all really want to know.
It depends. Because for me, it's like if I've already addressed it the way I want to address it.
Let me ask you a question. What was a more precise targeted strike? The boats in Venezuela? Or
I don't want to say it. I wouldn't say it, but I was not going to say it.
Or what?
You going to say Akaash's wife's dot?
God damn, bro.
What?
No, I wasn't going to say that.
What?
God.
What?
She doesn't have that. Good.
Oh, she don't?
No.
Oh. I didn't know. I didn't fucking know. I just assume. I just never pay no attention. It's one of those things like you don't really pay no attention. If somebody tells you it's there, it's like the Mandela effect. Like, she don't.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Is it Berenstein Bears or Bernstein Bears?
I think it's very important to note that you cannot blame the internet for this disaster. It's a mismanagement of what is valuable in a woman and then marrying that woman. And then also it's a mismanagement of your own boundaries. And because so much got mismanaged and none of his friends stepped up to give him the real, it just turned into a widespread nuclear internet disaster. Everybody around Akaash is seasoned. They've been on the internet for years and they know how this internet thing works. I mean, even Charlamagne is talking about that it comes a part of the territory. So to have her record like 20 hours of a podcast, 80% of which she's just talking shit on her husband, then we can all go back and take a look at that content, it's just too good. But all right, guys, I think I'm done with this content forever and ever. I can't promise you, but because I thought we was going to be done 2 weeks ago, baby. But, here we still are. It's just so many lessons to be learned off this situation, so many angles that you can come across it as. And I've still been thinking about doing a video where I just put in all of kind of my lessons learned as to continue to be value add to the audience. But I think watching this content right here, I just get reminded of the importance of risk mitigation, just as I said before. Shit, that might need to be my theme of 2026 because strong men lead with the appropriate information and conviction behind that information, not just because it is convenient or it makes you feel good. Because if you don't, your standards will get impeded on, infringed on, right? Your ability to say no goes out the window. The dude over here that's talking about encourage it. Shut up. No, there's certain things within this, especially if you are creating the lifestyle, there's certain things that you should absolutely say no to. When a man says no in society, is thought of as abusive, as brought up by weak-minded men. When a woman says no, it's okay. It's standard. It's protocol. Right? It's not abusive when women do it. But all right, guys, and instead of rambling on and give you my life lessons, I got a clip towards the end here that I think you guys will enjoy.
What's the most important decision you're going to make in your life? What do you think it is?
Who you marry?
The spouse. The most important decision you make in your entire life is the spouse. Because the wrong one is a disaster. The right one is fantastic. Now, I've had the right one for 68 years. Everything we've done together as a team.
So you've been together since you were my age. I'm 25.
Yes.
Can you define the word love?
With great difficulty. The feeling you have for each other. The appreciation you have of each other. The respect, the positive attitude you carry to each other. Being there for each other without any equivocation whatsoever. There's never an issue. Should I, shouldn't I? If it's something that is important for the family or important to your spouse, you do it. Simple.
Until next time, family. Peace.
So, without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound with his MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.